Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Dirty Knives. Today I have a very special unboxing, something that came in from DLT Trading, just to me. So let's go ahead and take a look. Today I'm opening up with my let me say that again, my Microtech Stitch. This is a cool knife with the ram lock that I love because you can manipulate this with one finger. It's kind of cool. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this guy. Actually, we're just gonna open here on the side. That should be pretty easy, I think. Just got to get the receipt out of the way. Put that off to the side. All right. Save the packaging. Oh, look what we have here. We have something from ZT. Okay. And I think this came with, let's see, it came with one of the little books that you get. A little notepad for like knives. And then a DLT Trading sticker, which I think is cool. I just dropped some oil. I got to pick it up before it spills. All right, so we'll put that over with the other stickers. You got some paper there. All right, so this is a ZT. So did I get a ZT that I might have already had or something, or what? Actually, no. This is the 0545 ZT Original. This is a brand new knife. I thought it was the 0405. It's 0545, excuse me. So the brand new ZT 0545. All right, so I don't rip this. I'm going to go ahead and do this. So this is typical ZT packaging. And in there you get a little of that. Little card, what does it say? If you're interested, scan for important information. All right, so, and then within this, we have a little bag. What do we have here? A little silicate packet. Put this off to the side. We have ourselves a little knife, a little ZT, the 0545. You see that 0545, part of Kai, which is part of Kershaw. So let's take a look at this. All right, so it's carbon fiber twill pattern, and you can see that twill pattern's all the way through. Really nice, very thin. All right, let's see, how's the blade? Dead center, that's good. It is a flipper. We do have exposed part of the blade. Looks like it's accessible. Maybe it could be a reverse flick. We do have a clip here. Is that clip scratched? Or is it just dirty? Oh, maybe it's just dirty. Let's see, is that a steel clip? It is a steel clip. I wish it was titanium, but it is a steel clip, which is unfortunate. And it is reversible. You can see that's a reversible clip. So how does it hold in there? There's got to be a screw in there somewhere. All right, so we'll take a look at that in a second. All right, titanium frame lock on one side, carbon fiber twill pattern on the other. D-pocket carry clip. It is a flipper. Steel clip. Wish that was titanium, at least for the price that I paid. Two standoffs in the back. Very, very thin. Looks like a very thin blade stock. So let's go ahead and give this a flip and see what happens. All right, so super thin blade stock. All right, so let's look at that. What the big deal is here, it's MagnaCut. And so we have what looks like a stonewashed edge. Pretty sharp edge. Let's look at the grind on there. Looks pretty consistent both sides. That's good. It's got a brass pivot. It's a sealed-in pivot. All right. We do have two standoffs. Unfortunately, those look like T6s, and that is really a bummer. I mean, it's not just a bummer. It's kind of annoying. You know, come on, ZT. You can do a little better than that. Especially if you're gonna come out with a brand new knife, and as much as I paid for this guy, this should be T8s. Yeah, those are T6s. That is real. Of course, the pivot's T8. Let's just confirm that. T8. Yeah, it is a T8. All right. Well, you know, we'll see how it goes. All right. So, I mean, this reminds me pretty much of a Kershaw, right? But it's a ZT. So, all right. So let's see how the action is when we close it. Not bad. Let's try that again. Okay. All right, so I got to see, where's the detent? Got to get past the detent ball. So you're right there, you're clear. So right there is the clear. And can I catch anywhere? No. So it's going to hit my finger. I don't know. We'll have to see. Can I reverse flick that? I sort of can. What's the lockup? We're about 20%. Any blade rock? All right, any pivot lash? Let's listen to the detent. Let's do that again. Detent lash? No. That does work. I just don't like the fact there's no finger choil to catch here. And when you clear the flipper right here, that flipper, yeah, there's no really place for me to catch it. It's going to go right on my blade. Now, granted, it's not a very heavy blade, but I like to have some action on the knife. I'm not sure about this one yet, at least for the price that I paid. We'll see. All right, so everything's nicely chamfered all the way around. There's no hot spots. Even the flipper is nice and smooth. There's no hot spot right there, but it might be a little hot right there. The clip is a nice loop. You should be able to get in there. I mean, it's not a lot of room in there, but it should move. The material on the clip, I think it's a sort of Cerakote of some sort, but it looks dirty. There's stuff I'm flaking off here. I'm not sure what that is. Not sure if that's the paint coming off, or is it just dirty? Okay. I like the hex sort of pivot, or at least, you know, stuck pivot, right? Whatever you call it. Captive pivot, sorry. Actions, okay. Makes me wonder what kind of washers are in there. It's got to be pretty tight. Yeah, am I doing that? Is that causing me issues because my finger's on the lock bar? Let's do that again. Okay, so if my hand touches that, so I suspect they put that in place so that you can have a place of leverage. Your finger's not going to slide when you're doing that, right? And then if you're on this side, your finger can be right there as well. Okay. All right, so overall, we're looking at a 7.5-inch knife. I have large hands, so I've got a full grip there. I could choke up a little bit there, like that. Gives me a little room for large, extra large hands, but right there, you know, it's about a large. Extra large hands, you're going to be close to being on the edge. I don't know if double extra large hands would do well on this one. It's a very thin blade, for sure. Super slicey thin, but that would hold well. Like my Rosie, the Oz Machine Rosie, has a blade probably close to this thickness. That's what I would say. So there's a nice cutout here. It is chamfered on the cutout. It does have a little cutaway, which is important, I think. This is carbon fiber, pretty strong, so that's nice. Yeah, I'm curious what the washers are on this one here. So there you go. That's the ZT0545. This is a brand new model. They haven't made this one before. Oh, excuse me, a little late. I wanted to open this before I went to bed, but I like the yeah. So this is nice chamfering, different chamfering angles, gives it some unique angles. Little angle there. You definitely have a place for your hand to fit in. It's kind of guides you in there. It does have a little place to make sure you're not going to slide up. Some jimping on top of the blade, which is cool. The lockup is pretty solid. It's easy to get to. I just wish there was a way to get past. See, I got to get past here. So I've got to fully clear this part. That means the blade's going to come down here. So I have to be okay with not being able to catch that. And that to me is, I don't know. I would rather have had a more rounded finger choil, just a little bit, even if I lose a little bit of the blade, just for the sake of being able to catch it, not catch my finger. Because once I clear that, it's going to go down like that, and it's going to catch. Now granted, I already said this, it's a light blade, so it may not, but I don't know. I like to be able to, you know, be able to drop things like that. So this is a completely different type of knife, but I like to catch it on my thumb and not have to worry about getting cut. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I have to decide if is it worth keeping and tuning, Or do we say no? For the price, it's just not worth it. I mean, it's cool. It's a nice ZT and all. And looks like it's got a nice edge. You know, let's feel that edge. Not super crazy sharp. Let's see, what's the angle on there? Trying to feel where that, okay. So it feels like it's probably around 17 to 20 degrees. Is that what it is? Yeah. Yeah, it's probably like 17, maybe 19 degrees, somewhere around there. That's what it feels like. Yeah. I'm just trying to determine what's the angle on there. Okay, so it's a little higher. Probably 20 degrees, maybe a little bit above 20. Yeah. All right, so 20-degree angle. It looks long, probably because it's a very, well, it's a very thin blade. See the blade stock thickness coming up to the tip? I'm just not sure how well it's heat treated. I think that their website, somebody was saying that 62 is the HRC they're shooting for. So I don't know if they hit that, but you know, it does feel sharp. So that's a positive. I just wish I could clear that without having that to be falling on my finger, right? That would be nice. It is a pretty strong frame lock, surprisingly. I mean, this is nicely rounded. No sharp spot right there. I got the strop material on my hand. I do like the clip. Let's do that again, and let's feel that with a squeeze. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Let's do a left-handed squeeze over here. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Can we choke up and feel safe? We can. Can we do a pinch grip? Yeah, you can do a pinch grip. I mean, you can get your finger right there. Control it. That'll work. That is nice. It does have an over travel stop. Sorry, excuse me. It does have an over travel stop and a lock bar stop and a steel bar insert to engage on the tang of the blade. And let's see, is there a nice angle in that tang? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is nice and solid in there. It's definitely light. I will tell you, it's super, super light. So when I'm thinking about this, what makes me think of it comparable to is going to be my bug out. Where'd my bug out go? Bug out there. So it feels like it would be in contention with a bug out. So let's see. Yeah, it's about the same. Let's look at the blade length. That's really, really close. Yeah. The handle length. Let's line up the handle where it would meet. I mean, I guess if you choked up like that, you could do an extra large, double extra large hand. So you could do that. If that's the case, then you would be somewhere around there, which is close. Yeah, it definitely seems like a contender for the bug out, that's for sure. All right, so I'm just curious. I not only don't weigh it in an unboxing, but I am very curious. All right, so the bug out weighs with the aluminum scales, milled titanium aluminum, 2.51 ounces, and the Kershaw 0545 weighs 2.03 ounces. Is there a name for this one? Do they have a call for it? The ZT Original? Is this what it's called? The ZT Original? I don't know if that's the name of the knife. It's the original, but there you go. Interesting. Definitely interesting. I do like... I mean, there's some things that I think I could like about it. I just want to make sure this detent ball and having to clear it to be all the way up there is not going to be a problem, because see, once I do that, boom, there I am. So am I okay with that falling on me? I mean, it's light. Man, if this blade was any heavier, it was any bigger, there would be no question. It would be a no. But it's so light, and it doesn't fall heavy on you, so it makes me wonder. All right, It is interesting. I'm torn by it, and I guess I got to handle it a little bit more before I make any decisions on it. But this is the ZT0545, the original. I think that's what it's called. It is MagnaCut. They do attempt to achieve 62 Rockwell hardness. I wouldn't know that until, you know, if I kept it and did a little like cutting of some stuff and see how well it's dropped back up. If it drops up super quick, then it's probably a little softer. But I do like the carbon fiber scales. Those are done really nicely. I like that titanium back. It almost reminds me of atomic wash, what they do on the McNees, right? It's also what they call acid wash, I think, at the Hinder. I wish the clip was, I was going to look at the clip in inside. Let's get the flashlight for that. All right, so I want to see, how does a clip attach? Okay, so it loops around the standoff. Okay, so the standoff screws through it. Interesting. And it has a little bit of space on the outside on here where it's not. So it is absolutely reversible, so lefties rejoice, but it is a frame lock. You know, for lefties, ideally a frame lock would be, you know, you didn't have to worry about that. It was like it was bolstered, or if it was a liner lock, that would be nicer. Yeah, for the price, I'm still not sure. Sorry, I'm not feeling like, you know, wow, this is amazing. That's what I'm not getting yet. But I'm also not sure I'm getting what it really is yet, right? It is so different. It is so light, it's so thin, and the other ZTs I've had were huge, giant knives, and this is a much lighter, smaller EDC type of knife. So I'm not sure, and I'm not sure about the bearings in here. It's not like super drop shutty yet, right? So those are all other things that would, you know, maybe make me decide whether I like this or not. So, but very cool, very cool. This is the ZT0545, so definitely worth checking. I will do a review and we will take a look at this more in depth. If you have any questions for me or the channel or about this knife or the review, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. I do try to listen to those comments and reply and get back to you when available. But hey, if you have any questions for the channel or Rob's Nerdy Knives or ideas for Rob's Ramblings, please comment down below too. I do appreciate you guys, especially commenting. And to all my subscribers out there, thank you. You guys are amazing. You've allowed this channel to hit 3K, and this review, this unboxing will definitely drop after we've hit 3K. So, because as of right now, we did, and I want to say thank you to you guys. If you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, entertaining, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the videos really, really helps out the channel a lot. Really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. And if you've already done that, maybe consider hitting the notification button as well so you can be notified of future content like this video. You guys are awesome. And to all my channel members, thank you. Thank you to every one of you guys. You make this possible. You partnering up with the channel, I really, really appreciate it. You supporting everything that I'm doing here. So thank you so much from Rob's Nerdy Knives to you. I so appreciate it. If you would like to help become a channel member, please consider looking down in the description for a channel membership and maybe joining. There's 3 different tiers. One that's pretty affordable, and one that, you know, I think it's like $2.99, $4.99, and $9.99. So if you're interested and you want to do that, I would love to have you. No pressure. I appreciate you just being here watching the videos. That means a lot to me. It really does. So thank you. And also, if you haven't already checked me out over on Instagram, maybe check me out at Robs_nerdy_knives on Instagram. Again, that's Robs_nerdy_knives on Instagram. Hey, thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week.